Alright, I have my pot of coffee brewing. I have my 24 pack of Mountain Dew. And plenty of notes. Howdy, folks. I am extremely sorry for the extremely long hiatus I've taken from posting YouTube videos. It's been, probably about a year since I posted a Just Basic Programming tutorial, or there may have been a few Rocket videos in there, I think. But I think I'm about to get back on track. After lots of busy schooling, and now I'm doing an internship out in California, I think I'm starting to find some free time that I can allocate to this, because I think it's pretty important, and fun too. So that being said, here's what we're going to do. I'm timing myself to see how long it takes me to go from concept to alpha testing of a video game in Just Basic. The idea is going to be extremely simple. It's going to just be a spaceship shooter sort of thing, with enemies coming at you and asteroids and obstacles and things. And I'm going to actually go to the end and finish it, hopefully this weekend, and then start posting videos. I think there was another one that I started doing just like this and it started to fizzle, but not this time. I'm going to finish it and it's going to be awesome. Let's get started. So, Just Basic. Now, if you haven't seen any of my previous Just Basic videos, go back and watch those, unless you're already old hat at this. You're not going to understand half of what I do if you haven't seen any of those beginner tutorials. So, let's get started. First thing we're going to need is a window. You know how to do that. The easiest way is to run this program. And it's going to be a graphics window because we're making a game and that's graphics. So the type is, I like to do the no-fill ones for games because then they don't mess up the display or anything. And the NSB means no scroll bar. So it's just a plain old fixed size graphics window. The title is what appears up here in the upper left corner, and you can give it whatever title you want. And the name I came up for this game was Space Pursuit, and 1.01. The type, oh, I already did that. Let's do handle. There's probably only going to be one window in this entire game, but I like to use a number anyway. So number 1. And color, we're going to be adding a background anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So, how big should we make this? I don't know. Not too big, not too small. I want this to be a fairly simple thing. That looks about good. And that's all we need for this. We don't have any special controls because they're all going to be keyboard and mouse inputs. So that being said, this is it. So we can output the code. Output, produce code. So it's automatically copied to the clipboard and pasted into your file. Now, there's a lot of things that it leaves out that I like to go back and fill in. The placement inside of your display is something that kind of matters. So, upper left x and upper left y are variables that you can use to define that. And a good way to center it is just display width minus window width and divide that by 2. Upper left y is a similar deal. Display height minus window height divided by 2. And then I like to subtract a few pixels for the taskbar at the bottom. I don't know exactly how many it is, but 30-ish maybe. And at this point, you're ready to just open it up and do some things. It fills it white. Remember, the flush command makes everything stay put. So if you minimize it and open it back up, everything's exactly the way you left it. It doesn't wipe it out. And then it defines a font and stuff like that. We don't care about that. We'll leave it. And the last thing I like to add is trapping the close event. So like when you click the little red square up in the upper right corner, what happens? You'd think it'd be pretty obvious, but the program doesn't know necessarily. So when that happens, we go to the branch label called quit. And then I'll just go in and add it at the bottom. And we close the window and end the program. And we've got to make sure we include the wait command, otherwise it's going to rush through the program to the end. And this is all we need to get started.